Hey YouTube, welcome to the first boss of the War Within PTR test. It's called Ulgrax the Devourer. And yeah, it's a pretty cool boss for the first, as a first boss. It has a few cool mechanics, few cool visuals. So first things you'll notice, he does spawn a bunch of webs around the platform, well, around him. And if you step into them, then you get rooted. Now you can see a few people there. They get a green circle around, and it's like a poison. That poison does clear those webs, and also you can step into the webs and clear them with immunities and stuff like that. Now the second mechanic in this phase that you see on the screen right now is a soak. Now you want to split the raid half and half, or at least perhaps in Mythic. In Heroic actually doesn't seem to give the debuff, but basically the people standing at soak split the damage and they get pulled onto the boss. So you have to, the more people soak, the less the pulling mechanic is pulls you in. So you want to move, run away from the boss, otherwise he's just, I think, one shots you if he does manage to pull you in. There you go, another mechanic. I just soak it and it's gonna start pulling me. I just need to blink away basically, and yeah, nothing's bad gonna happen. So this is pretty much it for the phase one. I think the tank, there's a tank frontal or some debuff that you need to tank swap, but nothing too crazy. It's pretty basic. Now the phase two is gonna start, I believe, when he hits 0 energy, and he's gonna go into this. Yeah, so he's gonna stomp, knock everyone back. I think some guy fell off, and he's gonna go like into this void zone. Now this is where this shit gets really cool. The animation for his charge, he's gonna charge through the platform, looking amazing, like a supersonic, right? And it's very clear what you need to dodge. Now in the meantime, the raid, there's the spawns. You have to kill little ads. After killing, they drop like their flesh or whatever, and you just need to pick up. Everyone in the raid can pick them up, and that's important for the next phase, where apparently the boss gets hungry and he keeps enraging. So you have to throw basically feed him with the meat you just picked up. So you see he's big and red, and he keeps shouting and buffing himself. So all you need to do is feed him, and that will reset his like enrage or whatever, and otherwise your raid will die. Now we actually haven't killed this, but this is pretty much the boss fight in a nutshell. Very, very cool looking, I would say. Very simple for first boss of the raid. Yeah, even on Heroic. Hopefully they'll tune it a bit more, so it's challenging. But yeah, if we don't kill it, we do a bit more testing. And on to the next boss, Bloodhound Horror. That's the second boss that was tested in the War Within Heroic. So this was, it was super laggy. I was playing on 20 FPS, but it does have some cool mechanics. I think it will look amazing on live. But yeah, so let's get into it. Basically, there's few main mechanics in this fight. One, you can see there's this black pools that spawn under people, and after some time tentacles spawn and basically one shot you, or at least do high damage. So everyone who gets a tentacle must you can stack together or just sidestep it, whatever, super easy. Now the second mechanic that we'll see in a second is a boss doing a cleave or a spit on people, and you need to stack like half of the raid. Those people he spat on will actually go to this other realm. So you basically again have a split of two realms. So you can see now we stand here on a tank. In this other realm, you have two type of mobs, Forgotten Harbinger and the Lost Watcher. Lost Watcher needs to be tanked, and Forgotten Harbinger needs to be nuked down. The reason for that is because the Harbinger spawns these little ads, blood horrors. If they reach the boss, they give him absorb. So all we want to do is kill the Harbinger, then kill the Watcher, and kill little ats or CC them if they do spawn. At the same time, while you're in the Shadow Realm or Void Realm, the boss does this beams on the sides of, rotating counterclockwise, I believe. They're easy to dodge, and they do spawn where the boss is looking at that at the time of speed. He then puts the beams on the sideways. Now, another kind of healing heavy phase of the fight is this AoE around the boss. So you need to leave these islands and go to the back of the room to dodge this huge explosion that he just cast. I believe he leaves a dot then on people if after some time. I'm not sure, but or people get healing absorb. Anyway, you dodge that, you come back on the platform, and it's rinse and repeat. So you see again, black puddles, the tentacles come up from them in like roughly 2 seconds. You can stay close with people, you can literally stack everyone together and sidestep it, but the puddles don't stay, at least on the heroic, so you can just move around and make sure you dodge them. So the first group actually went into this Void Realm to kill the ads. You can see we are dodging the beam here, moving around, DPSing the boss. So all in all, it's a very repetitive phase, but I must say, if I didn't have this huge FPS drops, I think I would enjoy it more. And see, you can see again, we're soaking this cleave, and here the 2 ads spawn. Actually, there's 2 Harbingers and 1 Lost Watcher. We need to kill both Harbingers. One is on the other side, so we nuke this one quickly, go to the other side. Pretty straightforward. I can blink through the beam and go help with his Harbinger. So you can see here, horrors are spawning. You can't see them, you can root them, stun them, etc. But yeah, you do need to kill Harbinger very, very fast. Yeah, at this point, you just do the same thing. Let's see this huge blast again. So after the first set of ads dies, this is where the boss starts casting a gore splatter. And you can see this area that it's being covered. We need to jump out onto the outside of the boss zone and jump back in and DPS him. At this point, you can see I have a dot, which kind of damages, everyone on rate. And yeah, it's recent a bit. I'm just gonna skip to the kill. Yeah, you can see here, we're just doing the same in the void zone, killing the ads. The boss is pretty low at that point. And yeah, that is for this second boss of the raid. And welcome to the third bonus fight of this PTR raid testing. This boss, Bloodtwister Ovi'nax, I don't think it was supposed to be tested, but the first boss wasn't available, so this was the one that we managed to get to because the NPC allowed us to teleport. So we actually got a decent amount of testing on this. I think it's the 5th boss of the raid. Yeah, so, and there's quite cool mechanics. It's no gimmicks, but it's very, very cool. So you see the boss is tanked against this container of black blood. And there's a few things he does in this phase. He puts, first of all, she shoots a bunch of purple things. Now, the first mechanic is this purple thing that he puts debuff on people. Those people with debuffs needs to go stand by close to the eggs to spawn, to hatch those eggs and to spawn the ads. There's parasites, spiders, and worms. You want to hatch it early, those eggs, and kill it, because when he reaches 100 energy, he overflows this container, as you can see, and the purple thing, gooey, starts spreading. And when that touches the eggs, then those ads hatch kind of empowered. So you basically want to take the purple debuff and hatch the eggs, at your convenience as early as possible. Now, another mechanic in this fight, you can see I have it here, is a small debuff, or not a small debuff, a circle around people. People just need to go out and that gets dispelled. Otherwise, people get rooted. Everyone in that circle inside the white circle. So yeah, and this is pretty much the main flow of this boss, is that you hatch X, you move out with those circly debuffed, so you don't root people, and you move the boss from basically the 3 sides of the room with containers that have this black blood. You can see the blood start spreading, so obviously eventually it will reach, you know, everyone, fill the whole room. Well, the boss should be dead by then. But the main thing is, you can see that spider was super purple, right? That's because the black blood hatched the egg, and that spider became, you know, empowered, and you do not want to do that. So you want to hatch the eggs throughout the fight. Very straightforward. Again, this is heroic, so Mythic probably will have a few twists, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this fight. We don't kill it, but we do. He does break those containers 3 times. And we'll see in the end here. There will be, I think, yeah, a lot of room will be covered. You can see this. I think this is the 2nd container we broke. So around the, yeah, this boss, I would say, is a 5 to 6 minutes boss. But yeah, due to it being a bit laggy, we haven't killed it. But we did have a lot of the room covered with this black goo, black blood. And yeah, and I like the fact that you can control when to hatch X, and there's no weird thing like Broodkeeper Durna where you need to, like, you know, hatch certain eggs or break certain eggs. This is actually very obvious which eggs you need to hatch, because you know the container, the closest container that's next gonna be broken. You know you need to hatch those eggs so that the ads don't get the powers. I think this is pretty cool boss fight. I think it's number 5 in raid. So yeah, hopefully it gets tuned and yeah, on Mythic, give us a bit of more of a challenge. But yeah, that's it for tonight. 3 bosses. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next one.